Hi, welcome to my 6th video blog about writing. This week I want to talk about point of view. This is something you need to think about and decide when planning your story and starting your novel. You could experiment with the first chapter by writing it in different points of view to see which one works the best and which one you like. So I've written some notes as usual and I will go through them with you. Starting with first person point of view. This refers to I. A narrator who is a character and protagonist in the story, and they reveal the plot. With first-person point of view, you can convey internal thoughts only that the character and the reader will know. I think it's more personal. I often write all my stories from first-person point of view because I really think that it's a friendship that builds between the reader and the character, and it's definitely much more personal. First person can be told like third person, where the character experiencing the story is not aware they are sharing anything to an audience. Occasionally, first-person narration can be told as a story within a story. The first-person narrator may not even be the focal character when using this method. Second-person point of view, which is you. It's quite a rare method used to tell a story. This makes the reader become a character in the story because the narrator will address you. For example, you wouldn't normally come here, but here you are. So that's quite a difficult one. I have tried writing like that, and especially when conquering a novel, it's really quite an awkward thing to do. It depends if what your story is and how you're trying to say it. I really struggle with that. But it's definitely worth having a go at because the more practice, obviously, the better you'll get. Third person, he, she, it, or they. It's never I. Third person point of view narrative by the invisible witness who tells the story must make sure the witness is neutral of opinion. You're there, but you're not there, and you can't intervene. You're not a character, so don't forget that, otherwise you end up taking over, especially if you're quite opinionated, and it really has to be neutral. This can be the most flexible point of view, but you must remember who knows what and who doesn't, so your characters don't merge or act unexpectedly. And this will lose your reader. Multiple viewpoints. This means two or more viewpoints. Those characters through whose eyes we witness events, normally in alternate chapters. Tom in chapter 1 and Ben in chapter 2. To use multiple viewpoints, you'll need to learn when and how to switch viewpoints. Several viewpoints make the planning of your story a bit harder. The more viewpoints, the less time a reader has to bond with each character. It can also be confusing if using first-person multiple viewpoints, because chapter 1, Tom, is I am, and chapter 2, Ben, is also I and I am. So sometimes you could lose track of who's telling what part of the story from whose point of view. So you have to be really quite on the ball with that. So I think have a go with all the different viewpoints and definitely find out which one works best for you. You could use your first chapter for this, as mentioned at the beginning, and really sort of experiment with what perspective you want to use and what conjures up enough emotion or more emotion in the reader. So have a go, and I hope this has offered a little bit of insight. You can go into it more depth, have a look online, and find out what works for you. Thank you. See you later. Bye.